You'll ever have like really bad experiences with your teachers? You know, the people who are supposed to be role models with you and lift you up and your confidence and make you successful in life. Emphasis on supposed to. I wouldn't say that I've had too many bad experiences with teachers, but I have had two. One was just really ticked me off, and the other was just kind of sad to see. So the first experience was about in middle school. I can't remember which grade I was in, but I was pretty young. And I had gone to the class early, about 5 minutes early, and I didn't know what else to do. We weren't doing work because I was 5 minutes early, and I think there was like only 5 people in there at the time. Mind you, there's like 30 kids in my class normally, so 5 kids is pretty small. So I started drawing. I was 5 minutes early. I took out my math notebook because I didn't have a proper sketchbook at the time, and I started drawing. Now, I had problems with my math teacher before. She and I did not rub together very well, and we were not a good mixture. We were like water and oil. We were not very good. So I was sitting here drawing, and I don't remember the context, but she had walked over to my desk, took in my notebook, and ripped out the piece of drawing and told me that I could not draw in class. If I had gotten here 5 minutes early, I was supposed to sit there and do something else other than drawing. Now, I had asked her why, but she didn't give me a straight answer, and she continued to do this 5 times before I eventually gave up. I don't know why. She's still at the school. My sister just had her recently for a class, but thank the Lord that my sister's online this year, so she didn't get to suffer. But Jesus, I don't remember why she ever did that. Now, the second experience was the sad one. This happened about in 10th grade, so about last year-ish. I was in art class and we had an art project. One of the rules is that we aren't allowed to listen to music during art class, which I guess can be fair, because then kids will blast music and you won't listen because it's art kids. Man, you never see an art kid doing art and not blasting their music. But I had asked her if I could blast my music because I could not focus on my art project, and we were about 30 minutes in and I could not focus. I have a attention disorder, and I can't focus on stuff about music or fidgeting or something like that. Now, I'd asked her, and she had looked at me and she asked if I could explain, and I told her that yeah, I have an attention disorder. I can't really focus that well. I'm gonna struggle while doing this because we were going to be there for a whole an hour. So I asked her if I could listen to music, even just one earbud in, and she had told me, well, why don't you just focus? I never realized that. I never realized I could just do that. Wow. Holy cow. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that I could just take the disorder that doesn't let me focus as well and just push it aside. I can just suplex it in the wrestling ring. Thanks so much. And it was just there was another kid who also had ADHD in my class, and they just look at me, and I swear their face went from probably the most chillest face to what the fuck did this bitch just say? And I sat there explaining to her again. I was like, I can focus, just not as well. If you want me to complete this in class, it'd probably be in your best interest to let me listen to music. And she just wouldn't budge. She would keep telling me that I just needed to focus and I didn't need music and I needed to get over it. Whoa. She's a good teacher and she eventually understood, but those words really hurt your kids. I don't think any teacher should say that. That kind of hurts after a while. Especially she didn't say it repeatedly, luckily, but if you continue to say that, kids would get the wrong mindset, and it's probably something you shouldn't say, but it was whatever. Sometimes you have to sit there and be like, damn, the school system is definitely fucked. And when you do report things to teachers or the superintendent, they don't really get written down. I think I have mentioned to my principal in my middle school about the math teacher problem with her ripping out my drawings and everything. And I specifically remember them saying that they can't do anything because she has been there for a long time and she's well respected. Man, I don't care if she's been there and well respected. This is such a bad mindset to teach your kids. Come on.